Okay, Team Impact, good morning. I'm running a little behind schedule today because my computer was not functioning correctly. So, if I'm going a little fast, it's because I'm trying to get this done before first period. So, let's get after this thing. Today is our last lesson before our quiz tomorrow. And the quiz tomorrow will include decimals. Okay, so I'm going to go over those in class today. But anyway, dot plots today. A dot plot is a visual display of data using a number line and dots to represent each data point. The data that represents itself the most often is the mode. We talked about that yesterday. In a dot plot, the mode is the tallest value. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a dot plot. Now, another name for this could be a line plot. A line plot uses X's and a dot plot uses dots, okay? So let's go ahead and make this dot plot. All right, so I have 1, 0, right? I have 2, and I guess before we go through this, I should put my numbers down. 2, sorry, I got to start at 0. I'm rushing and I'm going to make a mistake there, so that's not good. Let's slow down here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So above the 0, I have 1. Above the 1, I have 2 dots. Above the 2, okay, I have 4 dots, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you're getting the idea. Go ahead and continue. Above 3, I have what? 5 dots? Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Above the 4, I have 7 dots. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Above the 5 is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Above the 6, I have 4. Above the 7, I have 2. Above the 8, I have 2. And above the 9, I have 1. All right, so first one up. What do you notice about the shape of the dot plot? List any other observations in the space below. Okay, so what I noticed, the first thing I noticed is if I kind of drew a line right through number 4, okay, I would
Pardon the
see,
interruption.
hold up,
We need stage crew to the auditorium, please. Stage crew to the auditorium.
I would see that this side kind of looks like this side. So what we would call that is balanced. All right, so our dot plot is balanced. All right, one side looks like another. Another name for that is called symmetrical, or there's a line of symmetry. Think of a line of symmetry down your body. All right, it goes right down the middle where your right side looks like your left side. All right, letter B. Where would you say the most data lies on the dot plot? And what is the median, all right, of the data? Okay, so the most data is clustered from 2 to 6. So there's our nice cluster, right? All right. And to find the median, okay, we have to use our dots. Now, we could guess it's either going to be 4 or 5, but we don't want to guess. We want to be exact. So 9 and 0, 1 and 8, 1 and 8, 7 and 2, 7 and 2, 6 and 2, 6 and 2, 6 and 3, 6 and 3, right? 5 and 3, 5 and 3, 5 and 3, 5 and 4. So clearly I can see that the median is going to be 4. Median is 4, and we have a cluster from numbers 2 through 6. Okay. Okay.
Good morning, Needle. This is Katie. The school time is 8:23 a.m. Teachers, please turn on your projectors at this time and hold all PA announcements. The morning announcements will be going live in 5, 4.
Okay, next up, we're going to talk about spread, center, and shape. We talked a little bit about that with symmetry and balance, but let's get a little bit more specific here. The variability, the spread, the variability in data describes how far apart the data is from one another. This can also be represented by the range. Remember, the range was big minus small. The median and the mean both represent the center of the data. Okay? When the data is skewed, that's a big word, then we want to use the median. Okay? So when we talk about skewed data, all right, let's slide down here. We have skewed data here. We're going to talk about that just a little bit. Okay? We want to use the median. When the data is symmetrical, so when it's like this, when it's balanced, we want to use the mean. Okay? Data can take three different shapes. Okay? It can be symmetrical, balanced. Now, when we have more information to the left, it's actually skewed right. Okay? And when we have more information to the right, it's actually skewed left. Skewed left. So let's review that real quick. When the data is skewed, we want to use the median. When it's balanced, when we it doesn't have to be perfect, but we want to have a line of symmetry when we want to use the mean. Okay? This here, all right, really is perfect, all right? And they did that for a reason. Over here, this is perfect, but it doesn't need to lay that way, all right, for us to use the mean. It could be close, okay? And you'll clearly see when it's skewed, all right? All right, so let's take a look at this. What is the mean of the data set? So we're going to add them up, and we're going to divide by the total number in the set. Okay, so I have, all right, 112, right? 12 plus 113. I have 3 14s. So I'm going to add 3 14s, and I hope you're doing this with me. All right, and I have 2 15s.
This
Okay.
concludes the morning announcements for today.
I
Have
have
a great day, Neil. The video will be available until 8:31.
3 16s, 2 17s. Okay. 2 18s. And 1 19. And my total is 234. And I'm going to divide that by the total number in the set. So I'm going to count my dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 234 divided by 15. Oops. 234 divided by 15 is, all right, 15 and 6/10 exactly, not rounded. So that's the mean. What is the range of the data? 19 minus 12, and we're going to get 7. What is the median of the data? Okay, so what is the median of the data? So we're going to go ahead and find the middle. Bang, bang, here and here, here and here. Clearly the median is 16. Okay. Next up is what is the IQR? So in this point, okay, and I'm not going to get down to this one because I'm going to run out of time, so I'm going to take my time on this. What we're going to do is list them. 13, there's 3 14s, right? We have to list our data. 2 15s, 3 16s. What else do we have? A couple 17s, a couple 18s, and 1 19. Okay, well, we know 16 is the median, but let's make sure. So 12, 13, 18, 14, 18, 14, 17, 14, 17, 15, 16, 15, 16. Right there's our median. And we proved that when we used our dots. Now, we need to find the first quartile. Remember, we don't use this. We come over here. So we're here and here. 15, 13, 14, 14. Okay. That's our first. Over here, 16, 19, 18, 16, and here's our third, right? So the interquartile range would be 17 minus 14, which is 3, okay? And let me circle this too so you can see that. All right, so I'll pause there so you can get caught up. Okay. And let's go. So, based on the shape of the data, which measure of center is the best representation of the length of the iguana, right? Okay, so let's take a look at this, all right? All right, when we look at the measures of center, we can see that the mean is this and this. So they're very, very close, all right? And the data, we would almost say, is kind of symmetrical, right? So the middle is 16. So if I drew a line there, that kind of looks like that. So generally, we would want to use the mean when it's symmetrical, right? So the mean is going to be the best representation because we're considering that symmetrical. If it was skewed, and let's take a look down here, this is actually skewed left, all right, we would use the mean, okay? I do have a little bit of time. I'm going to go ahead and try and get as far as I can before class. What is the peak score? All right, so clearly 68 has the most dots. The shape of the data is skewed, right? I just talked about this. Skewed left. Okay, there's more information to the right. It's higher. The range of scores, all right? The range of the scores is going to be 72 minus 60, and that is 12. Okay? Big minus small. Label each of the following statements as true or false. Okay, no problem here. A total of 20 homes were rated. So when they ask us that, we need to count all of our dots, okay? All right, so if we counted all those dots, we would find out that that is false, okay? Exactly half the ratings were greater than 66, okay? Exactly half. Well, let's count them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So there's 22 total. Exactly half were greater than 66. So we've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that is false because half of 22 is 11. The most common rating is 66. That is false as well. The most common is 68. Okay. Mr. Tips asked his students to sketch a dot plot that was symmetrical and had data that was close together. Which student completed it correctly? So, if we find the middle, and there's the middle, and here's the middle, does that look like that? Yup. Does that look like that? Yup. So they're both symmetrical to me. And look at the cluster of data. It's nice and tight. It's within 5 here, and it's within 5 here. So both Sarah and Javon fulfilled the requirements there. Okay? Okay. So your homework is next one is here. Okay? We have a quiz tomorrow. Have a good day, guys. Sorry it was so quick.